Thank you for clicking on this video. Back here on Hades 2, and today the plan is to finally get a win with Ignium, which is arguably the worst weapon in the game. At least that's what everyone says. And I may have to agree. So what's the best way to get a win with a weapon that isn't that great? Well, I'm gonna show you. Zeus, we are gonna take this cast boon. It makes it so our Omega cast does a lightning bolt. It only damages one target at a time, but the damage it does is pretty significant. So I will say this weapon on the earlier floors can seem quite good. Let's see what Chaos has. But once you get to somewhere like the Fields of Mourning, it really starts to fall off and show its flaws. So we get a mana regen boon here from Chaos, which I'm definitely going to take. Mana is probably going to be our most important factor in this run. I am also running the aspect of Moros, I believe, which makes it so when your attack hits your specials. I'll show it off here. So there's our attack, and if we throw our special at it, it does a little explosion. And you see there, the damage looks pretty good, actually. But you'll see what I mean, that once we get to the later floors, it's not going to be that great. And it definitely has problems. Here we get Demeter. Demeter is going to be nice with this build, because she can give us other cast boons that stack on top of Zeus's. We also might want to come across Hestia for her cast boon that allows us to throw it, or if we can get lucky and get another Zeus boon that lets us throw our cast. Unfortunately, we do not get one of these cast boons, but I will take her mana regen boon. We're not going to struggle too much for mana once the Chaos boon is transformed, but it's just something to have on top. I want to save our specials for maybe Blitz if we can get lucky with another Zeus boon. If we can stack Blitz with this cast, it gets pretty insane pretty quickly. We get Apollo here as well. Unfortunately, we gotta miss out on Arachne, but that's okay. I don't think we're worried too much about the armor. Apollo can give us a duo boon, but it requires us to use a ton of mana. But since we got the mana regen early, it may not be the worst idea to try and fish for that duo boon. Mini boss goes down nice and easily. So you can see the damage is not bad. It's just, I think it's the awkwardness of using this weapon that most people don't like. Because it is really weird. The aspect of Moros makes it a little bit easier. These boons aren't too bad. I think I'm going to take the attack here. It makes our attack bigger, which helps us a ton. I'm pretty sure it works with the explosion effect. I'm going to take the Palm. I would take Demeter if I had the money, but I want to upgrade our cast even more. We're doing 60 damage every 0.25 seconds, which is crazy. And we get a Daedalus hammer. That is wonderful. For our next Zeus boon, if we manage to get one, I'm really looking for Blitz on our specials. It combos really nicely with Zeus's cast. Let's see what Daedalus got. Anything good? I don't want to take this special. I will take the specials growing in size, though. I don't know if this works on our Omega.
The Umbral flames.
No, it's just our base special. But I will take that. Not gonna complain. So if you are trying to get an actual run with this weapon, I have to recommend the aspect of Moros. It's the one I've tried the most, so I might just be the most comfortable with it. But the other aspects are not great. The base attack on this weapon is just so weak, it feels like. There's slow travel time, which really doesn't help with Chronos. Or any of the bosses, really. We could go to the shop, but I think I want to keep upgrading the cast while we have little boons. Very little boons, I should say. Hopefully we get the cast. I think we only have 3. Yeah. So another 5 damage on our cast every 0.25 seconds is nice. We'll go say hi to Hecate. She should melt here. Alright, Hecate, what do you have for us? Gonna drop our Omega cast right on top of her. And you can see that cast alone is just doing a ton of damage. Just gotta avoid the flames here. This is the real one. She ran away. Going invulnerable. Classic Hecate. Just cleared the ads there. I do have Chronos this time, so I definitely shouldn't be getting hit by the polymorph once we get to that phase. We're doing an absolute ton of damage. Oh, Chronos, help! There we go.
Come, sisters of the dead.
Maybe I should have taken the polymorph there. Someone did drop a comment telling me about some sheep tech, which I didn't know existed. You can actually use your attack button. I don't know what it is on controller, but on PC it is left click. And you can headbutt things, which means you could headbutt the trees and get some terrain damage in on the witches she summons. We're on the last bits of Hecate here. Real one is here. Drop our Omega cast, and she should be going down. So yeah, I'd say this cast is pretty good. Hopefully we can get Blitz on our specials, and you can see just how out of hand it can really get. I'm kind of dissing this weapon, but its special, its Omega special I should say, goes along really well with Blitz. For our next boon, I think I'm going to try to go for Demeter. She does have some stacking cast boons, just base cast, that does quite a bit of damage, and it freezes enemies, so that should help us out a ton. No chaos, unfortunately, but we do find Demeter. There's chaos. If there's anything this weapon is good at, it's clearing out pinheads, I will say that. See what Demeter has. I may take the gamble on our boons becoming common and gaining rarity. Actually, I don't see how this could be a bad thing for us at all, so I'm going to rarify this. Hopefully we get the cast in there. We do not, but that's okay. Chaos, anything cool. I think we're going to take this. Using less mana would just mean we can get more casts out and Omega specials. And a dash using 5 mana is barely even a curse at all. Doesn't help, don't get me wrong, but our mana regen is pretty nice, so not too worried about it. We have a ton of money, so definitely gonna go see Karen. I missed the gold pot again, I'm so sorry. Oh, I noticed it too late.
In the name of Hades.
Our attacks inflicting daze is pretty nice. It's actually gonna help us out quite a bit later, so I'm definitely gonna take that. And we get another upgrade to our cast, fortunately. Getting very lucky here. I'm already thinking about our next boon, which I think I want it to be Hestia. I would really like to be able to throw our cast. I'm pretty sure the best version of the throwing cast is Zeus himself. But we can't really manipulate that because of our cast. We took his keepsake already. Get our money here. We have a Trove as well, and Zeus. I'm gonna grab this gold real quick. The crabs are the worst enemy when it comes to the Trove trials because they just hide in their shell, and it slows your time immensely. But that's okay. Let's get our money and see what Zeus has for us. Hopefully it's either Blitz or the throwable cast.
This isn't your domain.
So this is a rather tough mini-boss fight. What I like to do is clear out the spinners first. Obviously we're pretty slow at it because we are using this weapon. I seriously spent around 6 hours last night trying to make this weapon effective. And the only thing I could find that really could work is just using a cast. It's just so awkward. But fortunately, we can get this crazy cast boon consistently. Shouldn't be a problem. See, in that situation, I had a bunch of attacks stacked up, and it did a ton of damage. It's just so hard to get those attacks in the right spot. Zeus, anything, cool. Specials inflict blitz, that's perfect. We also get the aimable cast, but I really want to show this off. So let's do it. The other big problem with this weapon is while you're attacking, your mana isn't getting regen by any of the passive mana boons. So you really gotta limit yourself. If you want to go, if you want to do like a speedrun type build, I can't even see this weapon being viable for a speedrun. It just requires so much weird nuance that slows you down. Let's go see Karen again. We have 400 gold. That's quite a bit. Get a Hermes boon. Why not? Dodge chance is always welcome. Our cast using less mana is actually wonderful. Can we get another upgrade to our cast? No, that's okay, but we do get the blitz upgrade. So I'm going to try to focus on the drummer here to showcase our damage. I really want the cast to just hit her. Whatever you say, Scylla. Our Omega cast is only using 2 mana now, which is wonderful. So the drummer's already phased out. If you're struggling with any weapon in the game, I recommend just abusing this cast if you just need the win. I'm not sure how it does on higher heat. I've been on heat 8 with the enemy's health increased and whatnot with this build, and it was pretty effective. I'm definitely a big proponent of this. Just focus on the drummer first. That's what I like to do because her AoE can get quite annoying pretty fast. You can focus on Scylla next. Next two, really up to your discretion. The Tartarus is just kind of annoying to hit with our build. She does that. That stun attack is so tough to deal with. But we're not too worried about it. Scylla should be going down here. Easy enough. So next I'm gonna take Hestia and try to pray for her throwable cast. Let's see what the fields have for us. Health and mana. Health I will take, more mana I will not say no to as well. Using 2 mana on our Omega cast is kind of crazy. It's so minimal.
That one again.
So this is when the weapon itself starts getting pretty bad. I'm just gonna play as it's intended, I guess. Normally for now. It's very easy for enemies to outrange you. Especially when you're using the aspect of Moros.
Better.
I do think playing like hyper aggressive with this aspect is the answer. But why do that when you can just get an insanely overpowered cast, you know? Let's keep it moving. Our Hestia boon is right here.
I have to go now.
We got the mini boss fight, and this should really showcase our damage, you know, if she doesn't cancel our cast. I'm not even sure what that effect was. Our cast is not lasting long, I'm not sure why. This mini boss is really good at canceling my cast. That's okay.
That's enough slithering about.
Hestia, let us throw our cast, please. That is beautiful. Getting
Sure.
quite lucky today.
Flame of the hearth.
Getting exactly what I want. We can get another Hestia boon from Echo. Another Hestia boon wouldn't really benefit us, so let's just take the gamble on a previous night
I'm
boon.
grateful. Grateful.
Flammable coating does... Our Scorch effects do bonus damage to armor. Unfortunately, we don't have any Scorch. So, let's go get the Daedalus hammer. We're really just running around, spamming our cast, trying to apply blitz when we can. Hermes, anything cool. Anything to make it easier to not get hit, I am gonna take. Got a ton of enemies here. There is a duo boon between Zeus and Apollo, I believe, that makes it so that Zeus cast effect hits every enemy in the circle, which actually would be quite good now, but I don't think we're going to be able to fish for it this late into the run. It increases the mana cost of your cast quite a bit, but we have insane mana reduction. Another Daedalus hammer. Anything good. Special firing straight ahead is interesting, but I like the circling effect because it just keeps reapplying blitz to enemies in our cast, so I think I'm just going to keep it. And this makes it so your Omega special just doesn't link to you, so I'm definitely not going to take that. I guess we'll make it so our channeled attack uses less mana. It's using 1 mana. I would love to see Hera here at some point. We're kind of broke. Our health is high though, so I think I'm just going to go see Karen. Hopefully the boon is Hera. Ooh, it's a mystery. Come on. Oh, it's Hestia. That's okay, though. We are definitely not replacing our cast. Let's take the Omega special. Why not? Extra damage. And we get some armor, too. Let's go say hi to Cerberus. This should really showcase how good our damage is. How good it can be with this weapon, I should say. So you can see, we're not doing too bad. We can get in close here. Just want to keep your special on top of him if you got the blitz while he's in your cast. Get 2 lucky dodges there. You're in an awkward spot. Already half HP. Sight back for these enemies. Our single target damage is really good, but our wave clear kinda suffers. That's why I wanted to find a Demeter cast boon to stack with our Zeus boon, but I think we'll be alright without it. Also, while we're fighting Cerberus, might as well talk about this. I've been thinking about doing daily uploads. Obviously, while you're doing daily uploads, I'm not going to be able to just farm synergies, because that's why I upload every 2 days currently. I'm looking for cool synergies to showcase to you guys. But maybe I could do heat runs every day. Maybe that's something you guys would be interested in, so let me know. Because I need to get to my unlocks, which involve a ton of heat runs. And I'd love to make videos about it. I just don't know if you guys would be interested, so definitely let me know. For our next keepsake, should I go for Hera here? I don't know if it's going to help us out too much. I'm just going to take Luckier Tooth.
Very well.
We just need survivability against Chronos, especially with these weapons. So, let's go see.
Here goes.
The man himself decides to show up. I will take the fewer reinforcements. That means we can focus our cast more on Chronos.
You honor me.
And really pump out this damage. Rooms like this is where this weapon really struggles, when you gotta chase down enemies and watch your positioning. You're so slow while you're attacking. And it kinda makes it tough to avoid every attack. The other thing I wanted to showcase about this weapon is that its mana cost is absurdly high for what it does. But we got insane mana reduction.
I'm back.
So, yeah. I can't really talk about it too much right now. This mini-boss is going to be a decent showcase of our damage. Too many of his rats don't get in the cast.
We'll have to do this again.
Another Zeus boon. Anything cool? We can get a buff to our blitz. Get a little extra AoE. This should actually help us out with multiple enemies in our cast. And we get a triple palm. Hopefully it can go on our cast. When in doubt with a weapon, I almost always take blitz. To me, it just feels the most comfortable. Especially when the damage is this underwhelming on the weapon itself. I shouldn't even say underwhelming. The damage is decent. It's just... something's not there. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just the awkwardness of the weapon itself. Like, really, who wants to play like this? I mean, I'm sure there's some people who enjoy it. I'm not knocking it. But, do you really want to play with this when you can, you know, swing a giant axe around? Or use, like, a staff that just does what this does, but it feels like better?
Hear me on my authority.
We do get an upgrade to our cast. 86 damage every 0.25 seconds.
Yes.
That's a lot of damage. So we actually have some AoE now because of the last Zeus boon we got. Which is pretty nice. We were definitely lacking that before. We're doing so much damage with our cast. I'm pretty sure the damage is also getting buffed up by the Arcana card that deals more damage to enemies inside your cast. Yeah, so the base damage is 86, we're hitting for 112. On Tartarus especially, this weapon shows its flaws. When these hourglasses die and drop their little field, it is so difficult to just use this weapon regularly. You really need a strong cast once you get to this point. Alright, we're kind of broke. We didn't get a gold floor, so let's hit this trove. See if we can't do this quick. Go for the big guys first. Cash should take him down. Not too bad. 75 gold is nice. What will Karen have for us? I think I want to upgrade first. Attacks inflicting daze is going to be nice for us. Hestia, anything cool? Yeah, rare crop isn't helping us out that much, and we kind of need the health. It's making our attacks stronger, but our attacks barely do damage anyway. So, drop that.
Oh my.
Oh, we even keep the upgrades Rare Crop gave us, so it's not even a problem. Let's go see Chronos. I think he's gonna have a rough time.
Welcome, my girl. What are those garish instruments with which you try to do harm?
Chronos is talking smack about our weapon, rightly so, because this thing is not great. Fortunately, we have determined the best way to use a bad weapon is to almost not use it at all. Just gonna spam our Omega special and our cast.
You cannot best my legion single-handedly.
This enemy's refusing to walk in our cast. That's probably a good idea from him. Deal with this guy. Oh, I didn't dodge the dash in time there. is okay.
A little gift.
We gotta deal with these banners. These banners give him armor when he goes inside their little AoE. Keep our Omega special up while we can. He's gonna summon more reinforcements here. I guess not. Unfortunately, we cannot slow time against Chronos. We do have to be a little careful with where we decide to use our casts.
Spill your blood for me.
He only summons one reinforcement. Taking quite a bit of damage. I don't know how I got hit there, to be honest. I felt like I dodged that, but it's okay.
3, 2.
To me, phase 2 feels easier. Not quite sure why. I think I'm just more practiced with it at this point.
Please.
So we already got him at half HP. Melting him pretty quickly. We do have to deal with these hourglasses, which is gonna be rough. Deal with them sooner rather than later. This attack, you just dash over it. We gotta run to this. And get out of there.
Be gone.
Uh-oh. You can see what happens if you don't take out the hourglasses there. You can kind of just get chained into Chronos' attacks. Here we get an opportunity to do some good damage. I dashed the wrong way. We're good. And he goes down just like that.
Do not presume you won.
Do not presume I won, but I won. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, our cast did the most damage there. I can't wait to almost never touch this weapon again. It needs vast improvements. I don't even know what I could recommend to make it worth using. But yeah, I could see why in almost everyone's tier list this weapon is at the bottom. I'm sure there is good ways to use it. If you have recommendations, comment them because I would love to know. But besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to help me out, hit the sub button, like, subscribe. It is so helpful to me. Hopefully daily videos are coming soon. I'm trying to get on a good schedule for it. We can maybe do some heat runs, but like I said, the synergies may not be as crazy. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Wherever it is, where you are, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and that's about it for me. Thanks for watching.